Welcome back to CSK Vlogs and hope you guys are doing good. Today we have dropped down to Kotnoor's kitchen, which is in Kotnoor itself. They are famous for almost all the dishes because they use their own spices, which is made in Tamil Nadu. And from Tamil Nadu all the down, the masala is gonna be traveling to Bangalore, to Kotnoor's kitchen. So let's go inside and check what is so special about this Kotnoor's kitchen. And one more speciality about this restaurant is just look at the view, how beautiful it is. You would have seen almost like most of the restaurant which is gonna be filled with AC and some restaurant which is gonna be filled with fans. This restaurant which is gonna be filled with natural air. This restaurant atmosphere looks like proper a village kind restaurant, a village feel. So let's go inside and check. This is the main entrance. Once you enter inside, you can't see any kind of granite or a cement flooring, and one unique stuff that I can find is entire flooring is filled with small stones, and seating area is gonna be made from construction wall, and above that a granite has been used for seating and for dining table. A unique way of restaurant. Just look at this, guys. And even this light clamp is like made with butti, means a carry of food in the ancient days. So they have a very huge menu over here. For breakfast they have 19 kinds of dishes, and for lunch 38 kinds of dishes, and for dinner it's 49 kinds of dishes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
கொத்து பரோட்டா எல்லாமே இங்க தான.
ஓகே, தமிழா?
கொத்து பரோட்டா தோசை.
கொத்து பரோட்டா தோசை எல்லாமே இங்க தான். ஓகே, wood fireல.
wood fire.
That's fantastic. கொத்து பரோட்டா இருக்குதா? Okay. So here is a restaurant owner of Kotnoor's kitchen. His name is Mr. Ashok. Let's ask him like how did you get such a unique idea about like twisting coconut leaf and making a roof?
Actually, the initial stage, I was into different field.
Okay.
I was into HR in IT company. So we want to do something different. So we resigned that and we started this project in 2017.
Okay.
We had a lot of research on this, like why customers should come to the restaurant. If you ask, there are a lot of restaurants. Go to any street, you'll have around 1,000 plus restaurant.
Yes.
But customers, they don't step in.
Yes.
Because one thing is that if the customer, if they see, if we have a sophisticated environment, customers think that okay, the food might be expensive.
Yes.
A lot of places which is empty.
Right.
They don't even step in.
Right.
So we thought we'll give something different where we can get the customer inside.
Right.
And rest is the food is good. Yeah, definitely they'll come back.
Right.
So this is what is a concept what we wanted to implement.
Okay.
So that's the reason we made a very different, unique structure. Right. So that customers should step in to experience the environment, Okay, let's go and try.
It's something like a village kind restaurant.
Yes, village kind of restaurant.
Right.
So what happens, as a customer you step in, you will definitely step in not for the food, at least to see the structure, okay, what is happening inside.
Right.
So once you come, you like the food, you'll come back again. So we are 100% sure about our concept and the food, the way we're going to cook is that, once they come, they'll definitely come back again because the food there's no alteration in the food.
Right.
The way we cook is like on a fire route.
Okay.
And our kitchen function without refrigerator.
Oh.
We don't stock anything. It's like what we make is menu for the day. So what happens here is any customer, whoever comes between 12:30 to 4, that's our lunch timing. All the food which is prepared in the batches will be fresh.
Okay.
Nothing will be stored.
Okay.
4 to 6 we close it for the
Cleaning up
for the
stuff.
dinner.
Okay.
So again we start cooking for the dinner.
Okay.
So we have two branches. This is Kotnoor Kitchen. Another one is Kotnoor Kitchen 2.0, which is in Bournemouth. We
Okay.
follow the same concept in both the restaurants.
Okay. Same design also.
Same design.
Okay.
The designs we changed because of the availability of the site what we got. And here is the structure is little bit big because we got the bigger site.
Yes.
There we got a smaller site. The structure is small.
Okay.
It's like that.
You can find one thing in this restaurant, you don't find any of the fans or AC. But
Yeah.
one unique stuff in this restaurant is you'll be getting a natural air. You are serving in a banana leaf.
Yes.
So that is even more unique because
Yes.
in today's day, none of the people are serving food in banana leaf.
Yes.
So people usually give up with plates or wooden plates, use and throw. So after this concept came up with that plastic should not be used.
Yes.
So then they founded this wooden plates.
Yes,
So from beginning itself, few people were serving the banana leaf.
Yes, day one we started from banana leaf because this is our tradition, right? In South we
Right,
believe
right.
we eat on
True.
banana leaf, and it's eco-friendly also.
True,
So
true.
that's the reason day one we started our project with the banana leaf, and we have no substitute for this.
Oh.
We have no plates. We'll make sure that 100% the leaves comes every day.
Okay.
We have no substitute. We have no plates at all in our kitchen.
So and one more thing is that I heard that all the spices are gonna be traveling from all the down to
Yes,
all the
yes,
down
yes.
from Tamil Nadu to Bangalore.
Yes, yes.
So from where in Tamil Nadu? Which part of Tamil Nadu?
We are from Salem actually. This particular cuisine is known as Konganadu cuisine.
Okay.
Being I'm part of this place Salem, so it's for me easy to source people and the spices. So that's the reason we choose this particular cuisine.
Okay.
So now what we do here is we grind our own masalas in Salem,
Okay.
and we get it here and we cook so
Okay.
that the authentic is authentic. You know what? We can anybody who comes from that particular region, like from Konganadu, they'll say, yeah, this food belongs to that particular region.
Yes, yes.
So we maintain that authenticity.
Okay. So and one more thing is that I'm seeing some of the wood things which is
Yes.
gonna be entering into the fire and cooking up. So is it same with all the dishes or just with paratha?
No, it's all the dishes. Even the main kitchen is cooked on a fire root.
Okay.
Even
So
the
let's
paratha.
enter the
Yeah,
kitchen
please,
and
please,
see.
please. It's already started. For the kebab, we use
For kebab you use gas cylinder.
rest. It's all cooked in fire root.
Okay. So like how many hours it will take to get cooked? Because it's not a gas. Instantly it gets
You
cooked. It
cannot.
takes a very long period of
Yes,
time
yes,
to get
yes.
cooked. And one more thing is that your kitchen is also in an oval shape.
Yes.
You see from how it's really very unique. So like how long will it take to get cooked?
We start cooking for the breakfast is around 5:36, and it continues for the lunch.
Okay. And last time when I visited, I think I tried with paya early morning.
Yes, yes.
And even you told you have country chicken.
Yes, yes.
And now you don't serve country
we don't
chicken.
serve country chicken because of the lockdown. There are 2-3 states are closed.
Uh-huh.
So we're not getting our country chicken very often. So that's the reason we removed it from our menu so that customers we don't want to disappoint them. So a lot of items we're not getting so easily because of the lockdown.
Yes,
So
yes.
we
It's really very difficult after lockdown to run a show.
yes,
That is
yes.
that.
And moreover,
Yes.
as you know that we don't stock anything, we don't defreeze anything. So definitely we cannot serve to the customer, right?
Right.
So that's the reason we removed the items which is not available right now.
I'm very much excited to taste the food over here and it's very unique. So I can't wait anymore. Place is unique, restaurant is very unique inside the restaurant, and banana leaf. This is like something really very unique compared to present generation. Most of the restaurant won't give you banana leaf. They use plates or else the wooden plates will be there. It's a new trend which is running up. So after to avoid plastic they have made this wooden plates. So leaving that too, it's very unique to find this kinds of banana leaf, and this is not unique. This is for me. I have this gastritis issue, so I usually drink this. Let me start with the first dish, egg kalaki. There is lot of kalakis which I have heard in previous. So this is egg kalaki. Egg kalaki, mutton kalaki, chicken kalaki. There are lot of kalakis. Once they mix egg and they use this chicken or mutton gravy in that, they smash it and they pour it in a pan. Then it's almost like an omelette itself, but in this they have used some masala. Let me start tasting this. Once you keep this in mouth, it's getting dissolved. There is no need to bite the egg. You feel that you are having some liver or something like that. It is so spongy. It's not like an egg. It's just getting so easily dissolved. The minimum amount of spices like garam masala they have used, and coriander leaves, as you people can see, and salt, onion. It's really tasting good. It's so hot. In this Bangalore cold climate, the hot food like this, if you are eating, it's just fantastic. I'm not able to control. I just feel like finishing the entire egg. In the middle of the bite, you just feel like eating a half-boiled egg. You feel that liquidness, the juiciness, which has been added in the curry form in this egg. Chicken fry is here, but I don't wanted to order for any of the parathas because they are famous for paratha, kottu parathas and all. Parathas I don't feel like eating today because already in last vlog I had some half paratha. In this I can see a lot of capsicum and garlic. Let me taste this chicken fry. The meat is so soft and juicy. Once it enters the mouth, it is in a completely different level. And one more thing, that was not capsicum, that was tomato. The tomato tanginess is there. It was just so good. And the onions and coriander leaves, it giving a best kick. It doesn't have a very strong spices. It has a very good and medium amount of spices. And the masala, whatever they have used, they have left chicken for a quite long period of time to get marinated. It is giving an entire different taste. And the meat, just once I kept in the mouth, it's just getting separated from the bone. I have used lot of tomato in this chicken fry, but yes, tomato, it is a late digestion, but for this chicken fry without tomatoes, this dish is not gonna be getting fulfilled. It is this chicken fry curry. The masala, whatever is there in the plate, it is just making me so much of tempt. I can see lot of chopped onions and tomatoes, curry leaves. Let me take a bite. Entirely different taste, and it's a homely taste you have. You don't have that restaurant feel taste. Here is some boti fry. Boti. Very good for stomach. If you have some ulcers, peptic ulcers and all, boti is the right meat that it cures peptic ulcers and all stuff. Let me have a bite with some chopped tomatoes and onions. The crunch feeling and the masala taste is quite different from this chicken fry. It is just so good. Can't explain you guys. Really, it is tasting in a fantastic way. And this dish, the pepper flavor is really very dominating. I used to not eat mutton outside, but now it's like I eat mutton out. In some places the mutton is really very good, soft, and the meat will be so good. In some places I don't find a good meat, but let me try here. First piece I got a liver. Liver is really good, tasting fantastic. And this chili flavor is a bit dominating, more than pepper, and tomato tanginess is slightly dominating. Here is the meat. It is really very soft. No fat in the meat. That is the main thing that you have to find in the restaurants. Usually till today, in some places wherever I go and eat mutton biryani, there will be lot of fat added to the meat. So here there is no fat added in the meat. The meat is cooked for quite long period of time. The meat and the masala is completely merged inside and in the deep way, and it is giving a fantastic taste, and even the meat softness is in a very different level. I definitely recommend you people to try this mutton fry. It's in a different level. Again, I'm planning to visit up when I'm not vlogging. It's really tasting so superb. Next, let me start with chicken kurma or chicken gravy. They have given in a very small bowl. Wow. The gravy has been boiled for quite long period of time and the meat is so soft. You want to try this curry with white rice. That will taste entirely in a different way. The masala, whatever they have used, it's really very good and it's not so spicy, and they have used bit of coconut milk in this curry, so it is giving an entire different taste itself. This is a breast piece. Just look at this. It is so soft and smooth and juicy. I want to try this with white rice. A spoon of white rice at least. But a spoon of curry and half. Coconut milk flavor is really very dominating in this chicken curry. It's really giving a superb taste. Next is mutton curry. I just asked for two pieces, not more than that, because there are so many dishes over here. I have to taste everything and I have to review. So better that I order for two pieces and taste it. The mutton flavor is superb, and in this, fat flavor is slightly there. It has got melted in the curry, so it's giving a superb taste. And yes, the color of chicken curry and the color of mutton curry is quite changed. There is a lot of difference. They are not using one curry and different meat. No, it's not that way here. They have made a different curry itself. For mutton it's different curry and for chicken it's different curry. And the meat, mutton meat is so soft. It's getting completely separated from this bone itself. And just look at this. There is nothing stick to the bone. And the softness of the meat and juicy, superb. And I want to try this also with white rice. This is fantastic. This is in a next level itself. I can see the fatty fat of the mutton has got completely melted in this. And just look at this. Wow. Let me give a mix. Let me taste it with white rice. Of course, once the fat gets melted in the curry, it gives you an entire different feel and a different level of taste itself. Slowly the crowd is getting again formed. Superb taste. Boti curry. Usually the boti, once it's cold, it becomes like a rubber. But here, the boti is so soft, you feel that you are eating a skin. Boti is of course a skin, I know that. But the roughness and the rubberish feeling will be there. But here, the rubber feel is not there. And coming to curry. In this curry, the pepper and the tomato is really very dominating. It's giving a very good combination. The biryani is garnished with mint leaf. And they have given one egg, boiled egg. Here is the main biryani. This is a chicken biryani. I have one big piece of chicken inside this biryani. Let me taste biryani. The biryani color is quite changed. Usually I keep trying Nati style biryani, but today I am trying something, a different color of biryani. Means they have not used mint leaf. So usually South Indian biryanis will be in the green color. So let me taste. No spiciness at all. The biryani smell is next level. The aroma is just filling entire mouth and nose. And the flavor, whatever they have added in the biryani, it is giving a superb taste. No spiciness at all. Even a small kids can eat this. Slightly mint flavor is there. That is because they have put this mint leaf on the biryani, so it is giving slightly mint flavor in the rice, not in the meat. The meat is also so soft. 1 spoon of this mutton gravy in this biryani. Let me try this. Definitely mutton gravy with biryani, it goes fantastic because it's a chicken biryani, right? So I want to mix mutton for a change. This biryani is not at all spicy, guys. It is tasted so good, and the smell wise, A-class smell. The nose is completely filled with biryani smell itself, and even had how many curries I tried till now, but this biryani flavor is completely sticked in my hands. Once if I just move my hand also, the biryani flavor is just entering my nose. Finally, it's time to end my meal, but ending is gonna be like white rice with proper South Indian Tamil Nadu style sambar. The sambar smell, it is somewhere from quite long period of time, and entire the place is filled with sambar and biryani smell. The biryani was one of fantastic dish. Now the second dish is gonna be sambar. There was one boiled egg. I just had one boiled egg. I removed off this yolk, which was in boiled egg. Usually, whenever I feel like eating carbs, I feel like filling protein, something like eggs or chicken breast. It will be really a good combination for body to build a muscle easily. So some people say that protein gives a good muscle, but according to me, even carbs has to be there. If you are doing a proper intense workout, then yes, carbs should be there. I can see this Guntur chili, dry red chili. Just look at this, guys. This chili is the one which is gonna be giving an entire aroma and which will fulfill the taste of the sambar. They have smashed the dal, they have used tomatoes, they have used garlic in the sambar. The first bite, the expectation level is really very high because the sambar smell is so good. After having so much of non-veg meal, you don't feel like eating veg. But here, I was just waiting to have veg meal. Flax seeds, tomato, onion, and simple spices they have used in sambar. Yes, it is giving a next level of aroma and taste. Yes, it is like a marriage sambar. In South Indians, for marriage, they keep this kinds of sambar. Yes, it is same way, but smell wise, yes, it is next level. And they have smashed dal and they have used dal in this sambar. It is giving very good one. Superb taste, guys. In this, one papa should be there. Then a meal is gonna be getting ended. Even in rasam, I can see some Guntur chili, fried Guntur chili. They'll put it in oil, they'll properly salt it in oil, and they'll put it back into this so that that strong flavor which is in chili, it will get completely added to rasam or sambar. Then it will give it entire next level of taste. Usually in rasam, you will be finding a lot of pepper dominating flavor, but in this rasam, the garlic and the tomato and coriander leaves flavor is really very dominating. For a cold season, this rasam is fantastic. This goes good with rice, but my stomach is completely full. At last, you have to eat rasam rice, or else you have to drink rasam for digestion purpose, so that the meal will be completely filled. After eating some food, I can just tell you one thing: I need a good sleep in this cold season. Just look at this. I have completely finished all the dishes except the biryani and bit of white rice. Anyhow, guys, I just finished my food. I'm planning to go to house. After having so much of food, I just feel like going to bed, and even climate is like bit moody and cloudy, so I don't know, any moment it might start raining. Before that, I have to go to house, reach house and have a proper sleep. Again, I have to get ready for my night shift. So be careful, take care, bye, see ya.